What's up, everybody? This is Zach. Welcome to another album review. And yes, I'm finally doing a review on this. The wait is over. After 6 months of waiting, this has just been one of the things that I've been looking forward to for the past 6 months now, and I'm so happy that I have it. I actually got this album early, but you'll probably be watching this around release date. But yeah, this is my review on Demon Hunter Outlive. I don't know if you can see that album cover. Yeah. As you can see, I have the regular edition and the deluxe edition. I'm really happy I got this because I've never actually pre-ordered a deluxe box set from Demon Hunter before, mainly because I didn't get into Demon Hunter till shortly after Extremist. But I know. But yeah, now I'm going to be getting Demon Hunter's box sets. It's a really nice box set too, as you can see. Outlive. Nothing too special about the back. It's a really nice box set, even a nice CD cover. I definitely like the album cover better than the album cover for Extremist. This one just seems more traditional. But yeah, this new album, Outlive by Demon Hunter. Would I say it's better than Extremist? Oh yeah, it's definitely better than Extremist. There's not a track on this album I don't like. That is one thing I can say about this album compared to Extremist, their last album. Because there were some tracks on Extremist that just weren't fun to listen to. Now, don't get me wrong, there were a lot of good stuff on the Extremist. But this here, there's not really one track on Outlive that I don't like. It's up there when it comes to my favorite Demon Hunter albums. Because my favorites for a while have been The Triptych and True Defiance. But Outlive is definitely up there. I'm so happy that they released another album. But this album, Outlive, does it have flaws? Of course it does. No album is perfect, I don't think. Really, the only complaint there's only like a couple complaints I have about it. And that is one, the lack of heavy songs. There's not too many heavy tracks on this record. It's pretty much full of ballads. But that's not really a bad thing, I don't think, because Demon Hunter's ballads are what I started with. I mean, if it wasn't for Demon Hunter's ballads, I would have never got into Demon Hunter. Why? Because I was into rock at the time, and if I would have heard Demon Hunter's heavier stuff, I would have let them just pass by. I would have never got into them. But because I got into their ballads, it led me more into their music, and now I like heavier tracks, and just Demon Hunter's sound overall, and just the metal genre now. Like, I'm open to like every metal genre out there, except for black metal. I really don't care for black metal. Like I said, I love Demon Hunter's ballads, but the ballads on this album, Outlive, I felt like they just overdid it. Like, it seems to be, ever since True Defiance, they're becoming lighter and lighter. Like, True Defiance was pretty light. I know some people say that was the heaviest, but I don't know why. I still think the first debut album was their heaviest. But True Defiance was pretty light. Extremist was even lighter. And Outlive, I mean, I would hate to think that Demon Hunter could make a lighter album than this. Like, when Demon Hunter releases another album, like maybe like 2019 or 2020, I hope that they don't make it even lighter than this is, because this is good as it is. They don't need to make it any lighter than Outlive. But yeah, like I said, the ballads, kind of overdone. The second complaint I had was the opening track, Trying Times. This is a really weird album opener, even for Demon Hunter. But it is still unique. I don't think Demon Hunter has ever opened up with a track like this before. I'm trying to think. I don't think they've ever opened up with anything like this before. I do like it though. I like the fact that it's different. It kind of like, in a way, sets the mood up for the rest of the album. The track "Trying Times," it has like chain sound effects at the beginning, and gets right into the drums, which, this was the song that was first teased in the Outlive teaser trailer when Outlive was first being announced. And I even thought it was a good song then. I couldn't wait to hear that song. I didn't realize how disappointing it would be. I mean, it was kind of disappointing. I still like it. It's still good and everything, but I don't know. It just, for one, it seems kind of short. The first couple of tracks on this album are rather short. I don't know what's up with that, but whatever. I think they're I think they're pretty good introduction songs, though, I gotta say. But the track "Trying Times" has more of like clean vocals. It is mostly clean vocals. It has the chorus only goes on twice. But that is because it's a shorter song. And then it goes right into track number 2, which is "Jesus Wept." Again, another stellar track. It's one of the heaviest tracks on the record. I would say it is the heaviest, but I would say that one beats it. And it's another short song. It's kind of like a song like the title track from "World is a Thorn" and "Cross the Bear" from "Extremist." And I would say that it is one of the best tracks on the record. "Jesus Wept." It's very good. Real brutal, doesn't let up. It has probably the best guitar solo on this record, on that track. And if you're a backer, you got to hear "Jesus Wept" early. And track number 3 is "Cold Winter Sun." This was the first single they've ever released from this album. And I still think it is a good song. I do like it for what it is. It's like one of the only traditional sounding Demon Hunter songs that have, what is it? Scream verse and then the sung chorus. And that's what I really like about it. Before, when they first released that song, I couldn't understand why they made that one a single, but now I can understand. I can understand now because it is one of the more traditional Demon Hunter songs from this album. Yeah, very good stuff. Very good vocals by Ryan, as always. Everything about that track I think is pretty good. The track after that is "Died in My Sleep." It's another pretty good one. It's not one of my favorites nowadays, but it's still very good. It has a lot of... I know I've already covered this song before as well. It has a lot of electronic elements in it, and it's more of a rock song, not really a metal song. And that's, like I said, a complaint with this album. It's full of ballads, and it's more like a rock album than a metal album. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's Demon Hunter, and it's like anything that they put out just can't be bad. But "Died in My Sleep" is more of like a radio-friendly, ballad-type rock song. It's pretty good. It is pretty heavy, even though there's only clean vocals in it. It's a pretty stellar track overall. The track after that is "Half Is Dead." I've already covered this track as well. It's another pretty good one. The chorus is a bit cringy, though. The bridge in the song has some auto-tune. I know I forgot to mention these points when I was talking about this song in the past, but the track "Half Is Dead," it's a ballad, but it's also kind of like a radio-friendly song. And I forgot to mention when I was talking about this song at first is that the track "Half Is Dead" really also reminds me of a ballad from like their first record. Like "My Throat Is an Open Grave" and "The Gauntlet." And those were two excellent ballads. So I think from that standpoint, it's a good song. I've also said before that it reminded me of "Tomorrow Never Comes" from True Defiance. And it still kind of does, especially with the vocal work. But "Half Is Dead" I think is pretty good. Track number 6, Cold Blood. This here is definitely one of my favorites from this record. This song sounds like it could be on one of Demon Hunter's older material. Like, holy crap. It's a really good song, and I don't know why they didn't make this one a single. I thought this would have been a great single. However, I think it would have ruined the excitement for this album, because Cold Blood is also one of those Demon Hunter songs that are like more traditional with the scream verse and sun chorus, kind of like Cold Winter Sun. Those songs are kind of similar, but Cold Blood has one of Demon Hunter's best choruses I've ever heard. It's very good. Of course, Ryan's scream vocals and his clean vocal work is always good. And then even in the bridge, reminds me of the bridge from Descending Upon Us from The Rules of Thorn, with his vocals and that part of the song. I mean, that's nothing screams traditional Demon Hunter sound like that. But yeah, Cold Blood, definitely excellent song. It does have like this weird kind of intro, like it sounds like it could be like from a horror film or a horror game even. Like, it sounds like it could be like they took like a sound effect from Outlast or something. It's kind of like a door kind of like screeching, like closing real slowly and then shutting, like a cellar door kind of thing in the intro to Cold Blood. So I thought that was really interesting. Really good atmosphere to that, but it doesn't really set the atmosphere for the whole song. But aside of that, Cold Blood is definitely one of my favorite tracks from this record. I really like it. The track after that is One Step Behind. This here is a different kind of Demon Hunter song, I think. Demon Hunter, I don't think, has ever really done anything like this. It's what I would say probably the most mellow song on this album. The instrument work really reminds me of My Heartstrings Come Undone from Summer of Darkness. And I think because of that, it's really good. In fact, this song does remind me of My Heartstrings Come Undone. It's very good. Ryan's vocal work is always great, even in that track. Yeah, very good. The track after that is Raining Down. The way that this track opens up, Raining Down, it really reminds me of like a Dead by April opener or something. That's what that track really reminds me of. And because of that, it kind of has like a nostalgic feel, kind of. It just like came back at me. Like, it reminds me of something I've heard before. Either from, a past Demon Hunter song or something from I've heard from another band. But Raining Down's very good. The best thing about this song, I think, is probably the chorus. It's got a really good chorus. The track after that is The End. Now, I really like this track. It's full of energy, and I'm really surprised that this one here is also a radio-friendly type ballad song. So yeah, that's, this is probably Demon Hunter's first album where they had like 3 ballads in a row. That's pretty nuts. But The End, nonetheless, is still, I think, a really good track. It's like I said, it's full of energy. I think this would be a good example of Demon Hunter's influences, like Soilwork. So I think The End is a very good song. I really like the chorus. The chorus actually goes on for quite a while in the end, which I really like. Track number 10 is One Less. Now this is probably the heaviest track on the record. This song really reminds me a lot of Just Breathe from The Rules of Thorn. Especially with the scream vocals and even the guitar work. Actually, the song One Less really reminds me a lot of something that I've heard from The Rules of Thorn. Like, not just that, but there's a point in this song where the guitar work really reminded me a lot of Shallow Water. That's really good. I think that is also some of the qualities that makes that track very good. It reminds me of some tracks that I've heard from The Worlds of Thorn. So they're taking stuff from past Demon Hunter work. So I think that's really cool. And I do think they did have some help with that track and some of the other tracks on this record as well. I'm not sure if they had help from the same guys who helped them with some parts of the Worlds of Thorn, but it wouldn't surprise me if so. It's just an all-out brutal song though, one less. It's just a track that doesn't let up. I don't think there's any cleans in it at all. Track after that is Patience. Honestly, I was really, really excited to hear this track. It does have a piano at the beginning, which is pretty unique. It's nothing too special, Demon Hunter hardly ever uses pianos, come to think of it. The chorus, though, is kind of not too special, but the piano mood kind of takes away from the rest of the song. But it is still a very good song, and I like it. Like I said, there's not a track on here I don't like, but there are some things about this album that kind of just, but I think Patience is overall a pretty decent song. And now we get to the final track of the regular edition, which is Slight the Odds. This one here is also a very good track. I do think it's a better album close than Heart of a Graveyard from Extremis for sure. Definitely a better close. But still, I don't think any Demon Hunter close could beat True Defiance with Dead Flowers, because I think that to me was the best close to any Demon Hunter album. But Slight the Odds is definitely, I would say it's definitely one of Demon Hunter's best close, just not as good as True Defiance's. This track has a lot of violins in it. So in that regard, it reminds me of Driving Nails from The Worlds of Thorn a little bit. And yeah, I mean, when the violins just start, it like the guitars and all the instruments from the band just kind of like fade in. I think that was really unique, and Ryan's vocals on that track as well, great, just really great. I do think it's just a very good song overall. I mean, even the in the middle of the song where it's like a short little violin solo, I think that's really unique. And this is actually pretty heavy for a Demon Hunter close, I gotta say. I think that's one of the qualities that makes this album close unique, and it does close in like violins, like just violins. I think that's very, very nice. And it sounds really different. It's like, wow, something that I've never really heard by Demon Hunter before, but I really liked it. I was really satisfied by it. Let's see, for the 2 bonus tracks, A Fear I Used to Know. This here is also a very good song. This is also one that has that traditional Demon Hunter feel, with the scream verse and sung chorus. Now, this is a song that I can't really understand why. I don't understand why they didn't put this on the the regular edition of the album, because I think it would have been perfect. Like if they would have replaced one of the ballads with the bonus track, I think that would have been better, because I think it would have made the album a whole lot better. Like just like throw in a heavier track in that, in the regular edition, but it is a bonus track, whatever. But it's definitely a good one. I like it. The other bonus track is Savage, and this closes out the entire album if you have the deluxe edition. This here is also a very good song. Now this one I can see why they didn't put on the regular edition of the album. Because it sounds like it could be a Demon Hunter deluxe track, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't sound like it belongs on like a regular edition of a Demon Hunter album. Like it sounds like a deluxe track, if that makes sense. But Savage is a good track, I think. I mean, I would say that the deluxe tracks on Outlive, I do think are better, way better than the deluxe tracks off of Extremist. I think they're their best bonus tracks in a long time. So yeah, that is Demon Hunter Outlive, their brand new album. Can't believe I did a review on this thing. It's very awesome. I would say it's definitely one of my favorite Demon Hunter albums. So I want to hear your guys' opinions on Outlive, Demon Hunter's new album. I think it's overall great, and it's definitely one of my favorite albums of 2017 by far. It's up there with the newest Star Set album, Vessels. I don't know what else to say. I mean, Demon Hunter they pulled another good one. It was different. It wasn't really what I was expecting. I was actually expecting more heavier tracks on the record. That's like the only thing that I found disappointing, but for what this album is, man, it's really great, I gotta say. I really did enjoy it, and it's definitely something that I'm gonna be listening to a lot. I don't know what you guys think of this record. What are your favorite tracks on it, and etc. If you're a Demon Hunter fan, you're gonna go want to pick up this album. There probably won't be any deluxe copies left, but honestly, you're not really missing out on too much, I guess. I mean, the deluxe tracks are good, but they're not... I don't know. Demon Hunter's deluxe tracks always seem to be the weakest point of their albums, so I don't think you're missing out on much. Even though the deluxe tracks on this album are great, and they're their best deluxe tracks in a long time, but you're not really missing out on much. If you just want to go to the store and buy the regular copy of Outlive, I think that's reasonable too. Because it's still a really good album no matter, how you buy it. Demon Hunter's Outlive, their brand new album. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think. Until next time, see you all later.